Hey people, I'm back. Sorry for the delay. So, determination, grit, resolve, focus, all of these words we're told are really good things. And I'm going to unpack a little bit today about how they can derail you, how they can come and kick you up the bum, and how actually they can be your downfall. My name's Helen Millar, and this is Head to Heart Living, how to live a life less from fear and more from love. As that's what is needed to change this crazy world we live in. Right. So I'm going to share a story with you. I'm training for Kilimanjaro. Ha! And it's my final week before I go. And I went off to do my 5K park run, which I do whenever I can, when I am at home, which is about once or twice a month on a Saturday. So I went down there. I jumped on my bike. I realized as I jumped on my bike, I shouldn't have left it outside because my light blue running trousers now had a huge wet patch on the arse. And I was like, oh, I'm going to be running and the big lake is going to look like I'm wet myself. Anyway, I was like, don't care about what other people think about you, but I did register that because I'm a human being. Anyway, I whizzed down to the starting place, got off, and there's usually hundreds of people. There's loads of people in high vis, there's megaphones, there's like a kind of whole vibe going on. And there were like a handful of people. And I'm always like at the 11th hour, I'm always arriving like 3 minutes before it starts. I don't get there half an hour early to make small talk with people and stretch half-heartedly. Like I'm a cut and run kind of person. So I turned up, chained up my bike, and was like, well, what's going on? Anyway, I was like, okay, I could give myself the morning off because I'd just done 2 massive hikes for 6-7 hours consecutively the last 2 days. And I'd done a personal training session and I had another personal training session that day. And so I could have used that as an excuse. Oh, it's not really on to go home. I could have thought, well, I've got a wet bum, I'm going to go home. I could have used all these excuses, but this is where resolve is good. So hang on a second, Helen, you're contradicting yourself. No, this is where I was like, I'm here now, I'm going to do it, right? And this is part of the thing I wanted to talk about. Put yourself in a position where it's harder to say no. If I had been lying in bed and got an email from parkrun people saying, oh, it's off this week, I could have used those excuses, like, oh, I've already done all this exercise, to not go. It's unlikely, potentially, that I would have still cycled down there to run my 5K. However, because I didn't get the email and I was already there, it was easier for me to go, just run it. Helen, just run it. So I did. I just ran it. Handful of other people. I realized on the run why it had been cancelled, because there was the alleyway that we run down had been turned into an art market for the day, but that was quite fun for me. Hello, artists. Made my run a little bit more interesting. Anyway, I finished and I wasn't that out of breath. And I told myself, oh, all this exercise is paying off. Your fitness level is so much higher. And then I looked at my timer and I was a minute slower than the last time I'd done it and a minute and a half slower than my best. So what does this show me? It shows me that actually, and also the other things I was telling myself was, oh, you're so, it's so much easier for you to do this run now because you're not surrounded by people, you're not picking up their energy, you're not moving into that like adrenalized competitiveness. But actually, I missed all the people congratulating me when I stopped. I missed actually being motivated by the people running around me, and I missed the vibe and the buzz of it. And consequently, what I got out of it, my results were less because I didn't push myself as hard and it took longer and the results weren't as good and it wasn't as fun. And it took me 2 years to sign up to that park run. I moved down here in lockdown, never been here before, didn't know anybody. A guy who saw me a lot in the post office when I go to Post Cacao, it was like, you should join parkrun if you like exercise. And I was like, I like exercising alone. Don't like competitiveness, right? It was in my inner head. I wasn't doing that in the post office. I hope I wasn't. And so it took me 2 years. It was only Kilimanjaro and wanting the accountability that I signed up for it. And I love it. It's making me fitter, faster, and stronger. And this is what I wanted to share. This is the point of why determination can push you into doing things alone, not asking for help, not reaching out for help, not allowing yourself to invest in yourself, to get support, to get coaching, to get therapy, to get personal trainers, because it's like, well, I can do that. Why would I pay to go to a gym? I can just lift weights at home or go for a run. Why would I pay to have a therapist? I can watch YouTube videos. Why would I pay for a personal trainer? I can watch YouTube videos, X, Y, Z. Like, there's always ways. But the thing is, when we don't put money, which is actually our energy, is actually our accountability, and the more money we pay, the more likely we are to take it seriously, turn up and actually change our life, our one precious wild life. The more we do things with other people, the more fun we can have doing it, the less the transformation and change, whether that be your waistline, your emotional intelligence, or your bank balance, the less that feels like hard work and being at school, and the more it feels like growth, expansion, joyful networking, friendships, holidays, wonderful andness. And thanks for joining me live. And if anybody has experience of joining a group, whether that be like AA or I don't know, a support network for mothers or something that's worked for them, put it in the chat. Because I have a natural tendency through childhood trauma and all that stuff to be removed and to feel isolated and that I'm not going to fit in. And so what I will share is that my experience of breaking through that narrative, and I know not everyone has it, but I work with a lot of people who do, of like, I'm scared of other people. I'm scared of leaving a voice note in a group of people. I'm scared of sharing. Like, I'm just going to witness. There's places for witnessing, but there's also places for leaning in and getting involved and being part of something, because it speeds up your learning curve. It makes it more joyful, and it massively increases the results. So mine was a microcosm, but I want to share that the massive transformation I've had financially in my life, in my self-esteem, in my healing journey has all come from literally getting out of my comfort zone, paying somebody who's already done it, who inspires me, who I feel aligned with and excites me, not somebody who I don't resonate with. Like, you watch YouTube channels with people whose energy you like, who you feel safe and excited and challenged and inspired by. And I wanted to share this today because Catalyst, my group that is run, has just the results have been amazing. And it's part group, it's part one-to-one, it's part in-person retreat. It starts on the 2nd of October and places are filling up now. So if you want to join a group, if you want to change your life, if you want to change your bank balance, if you want to find deeper creativity, breakthrough, business, money, like, people join for all sorts of reasons. And some people join but don't know why they're joining. They just feel the calling because they're bored of procrastinating in their life. They're bored of thinking, I think there's a bit more to me and this than there is, and I've been kicking the can down the road for too long. Like, if that is you, if you're feeling I'm ready and a bit scared and a bit excited and want support to make it actually happen, then have a look at Catalyst. The link's below. Book a call with me. We'll have a chat. It's not a hard sales call. It's not right for you if it's not right for you. If you're not right for it, I'm not right for you. We have a chat and see if it's a two-way fit. We're both easy. It's a free conversation. We can walk away from it. But if you're curious and you want to find out more, jump on the link below. Go to my website, hearthealer.co.uk, book a discovery call, look for Catalyst, and we can have a chat. It starts on the 2nd of December, 2nd of October, and it runs to the winter solstice. And I could say loads about it, but I won't go on with that now. I'm just saying I'd love to have you there if it feels good. And whatever you're looking to change, if it's me or something else, find a way to do it with other people, because it makes it so much better. You can always say, oh yeah, but I can do that by myself. But are you doing it? Are you doing it? Are you enjoying it? And is it actually happening? Those are my questions. Loads of love, people. Be back soon.